Yes, we're going to talk about Maroon 5 and the Super Bowl performance. 21 Savage, news on that in case you haven't heard over the weekend. And Barbies, I got you, Nicki Minaj. I almost feel bad for Adam Levine. He's getting there's so many memes on social media. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. My question is, do you feel bad for Adam Levine at all? Because as you can see, everyone is just it's like meme central when it comes to Maroon 5 and Adam Levine in regard to their performance at the Super Bowl. And I will say this, okay, I'm not protecting Adam Levine whatsoever, but I've seen Maroon 5 in concert 2 times actually, and the dude is absolutely, whether you like the music or not, he is an incredible performer. They are absolutely incredible. The dude has a voice. But, I mean, obviously, if we're all in agreement and just said everything was great in the world of pop culture and culture, then, there really wouldn't be any conversation, right? So I got to be critical. And I don't think it was a good performance at all. And I'll tell you why. He looked scared. You know what I mean? He just didn't seem like he was putting in 100%, and a lot of that could be due to the controversy. In case you didn't know, there was a lot of controversy with Maroon 5 performing in the first place. They didn't do a press conference before their performance. A lot of people made noise in regard to that because, a lot of it's tradition, right? And it's traditional that the artists do a press conference to talk, to talk about their excitement in regard to performing at the Super Bowl, it's an iconic deal. So, already from the get, just in regard to the whole controversy of performing, obviously, with the, whole Colin Kaepernick situation, that made a lot of noise. And they gave a lot of safe answers in regard to why they're performing. They pretty much said that they're going to let their performance speak for themselves. And it definitely spoke for itself, kind of. I also want to add that I thought that the Travis Scott and Big Boy performance was pretty solid, but it was too short, right? It was... they just did, one song? It wasn't enough, And they should have had the performances separately. They should have had Adam and Maroon 5, then Travis Scott, then maybe Adam again, and then Big Boy, and then maybe close it off with Maroon 5, I guess, or something like that. It just seemed like, I don't know, man. The audio seemed off from what I saw, because I didn't see it live, I'll be honest. I caught it back on YouTube, and the audio seemed off. The performance seemed off. It seemed rushed. You know what I mean? Performing at the Super Bowl needs to be super extra. And when I mean extra, I mean extra, over the top. And it just seemed like Maroon 5, that whole performance was going through the motions. But what didn't go through the motions was that tank top. Yo, as you can see, shout out to that kid, by the way. It definitely looked like a decorative pillow, maybe your bed sheets, maybe some curtains, maybe the covering of your couch. That was an ugly tank top. So, Adam, I can see why you took your tank top off. Here's what I don't understand, though. It wasn't hot. Why do you notice, all rock stars, pop stars, whatever, hip-hop, everyone seems to take off their shirt. Is he showing off at that point? You know what I mean? Yes, I have abs and you're fat. Or is it because it's just something that you do to show that I'm a badass? Anyway, play that clip. I know it's a Super Bowl, you're supposed to do too much, but that almost seemed like it was, what's the word I'm looking for? Too planned, too concise. But it did get me thinking that maybe I need to be doing the rest of this video. Should I do it shirtless? So what do you guys think? Do I look very Adam Levine-esque? Okay, fine. I'll put my shirt back on. So this definitely came out of left field. Over the weekend, rapper 21 Savage, best known for this hit that kind of put him on the map a little over 3 years ago. Play that clip.
I grew up in the streets without no heart. I'm praying to my Glock in my car. So much dope that it broke.
So this is absolutely crazy. 21 Savage is not a U.S. citizen. I'll repeat that. 21 Savage isn't a U.S. citizen. He's actually from the U.K. ICE took him into custody over the weekend. ICE stands for, let me get this correctly, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Okay, so here's the thing. He came over to the U.S. at the age of 13 on a visa, and apparently he overstayed his visa. So that's why they took him into custody. And a lot of people are going in on 21 Savage saying, oh, he's a fake. And, he's not really a gangster. He's not really from Atlanta. Look, slow down. Slow your roll. Because the thing is, we really don't know. I personally believe that, yes, he is from Atlanta. You know what I mean? He's lived there for most of his life. He just moved from the UK, right? And just because you move from somewhere and make another place your home, that don't mean that you're not who you say you are, right? Like I mentioned, he's lived there for most of his life. He did get shot 6 times. He is from Zone 6. Who's to say that he isn't just because he moved here from the UK? Now, again, we don't have enough information. That's really the end all of this entire situation. So we got to wait as more information comes out. But yeah, man, I mean, look, I've never met the guy, never interviewed him, but all the interviews I've seen and everything I've seen in regard to 21 Savage, I think he's a real dude. He just, he just failed to mention the fact that he's not from the U.S., he's from the UK. By the way, check out some of these tweets in regard to ICE taking 21 Savage into custody. I actually have one question. You know what? Make it 2. Do you think Amber, because him and Amber Rose are pretty serious at one point, do you think she knew that he wasn't a U.S. citizen? I wonder. That's something I wonder about. Also, number 2, if someone's going to be famous or someone is, making noise, right? They're whatever. He's well known, right? You don't think that people would put 2 and 2 together because all eyes are on you, right? Authorities are on you. You just never know who's looking at your interviews and at your music because you're popping. I just wonder what 21 Savage was thinking. I mean, don't you think, dude, that people would find out that, you overstayed your visa? That's all I'm saying. Now, again, I'm not making fun of 21 Savage's situation whatsoever because it's not something to make fun of. But the memes are coming out. People are tweeting. And you got to see this video. Check it out.
In the corridor, your dad is 44 and he's still calling man for a draw. Let him know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw.
Healthiest place I've been in years. Healthy meaning healthy in my body, healthy in my mind, in my spirit.
Word.
I'm pregnant.
If y'all can see my face right now, it's like, wait. Did y'all hear that?
I see you too. Wait, because they really go fucking believe it.
I'm about to say congratulations.
Hey, so by the way, I got a question for anyone that has gotten back together with an ex. Do you have a story of when you got back with an ex and how did it go? Like, did it last? Are you still with him or her? And I asked this because Nicki Minaj, of course, has gotten back together with her ex in the recent past. Kenneth Petty is his name. And, usually when you get back together with an ex, from my experience, it doesn't last because there's a reason why you broke up with him or her in the first place, right? Well, anyway, she has known this guy for, I think, since she was a teenager. She is 36 now, and I bring that up because even though she was joking on Queen Radio, I think that Nicki Minaj is hinting to us that something more serious is to come because you got to remember that she mentioned last year that, she's looking to settle down, looking for something serious. She is 36. I mean, ladies, you are on a timetable, right? When it comes to having children, I'm going to call it and say that Nicki Minaj is going to announce that she's pregnant at some point this year, 2019, with this dude. What's his name? Kenneth Petty. By the way, not that it matters, but he already has 5 kids. So if they have a child together, that's going to be 6. They have another, that's going to be 7. It's a lot of kids, but hey, man, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Oh, yeah, and again, comment below. Let me know the story of when you got back together with your ex, and did it last? How did it go? I also want to say that from my experience, Nicki Minaj is a super dope person. I just think sometimes she comes across, because she's so honest, right? And sometimes when you're honest, I'm very blunt, so I kind of understand where she's coming from. You kind of get misunderstood. It brings me back to the day when I had a chance to interview Nicki Minaj when I was doing radio in Chicago. She was promoting Pink Friday, and this is just exemplary. You like that word? I'm trying to get fancy. This is just exemplary of how cool she is. Play that clip.
But just putting a J doesn't really make it your own.
Okay, well, my name is Julian. What would you do? I'm not as creative as you.
Why don't we call it Julian Dictionary?
The Julian Dictionary.
There we go.
The Julian Dictionary.
Y'all are hilarious.
I feel kind of special
Very
now.
nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
I'm a little bit intimidated, too.
I mean, why?
Well, because you're beautiful.
Well, you are too.
Shut up. I haven't showered. What are you talking about?
I mean, I can tell. But I was just...
Bro, I am not beautiful. Nicki Minaj is just, she's pitying me, let's be honest. And I'll take it. All right, guys, like always, appreciate you stopping by, checking out the video. Make sure to comment below and hit that subscribe button. Till next time.